Hello everybody and welcome back once again to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. So, last time we left off we finally managed to get our ship back. The Ebon Hawk, once again we are on board and awaiting our next destination. So, before I continue with today's affairs, I'm going to take the time to just go through some equipment with Shalar to make sure she has the best equipment equipped. Then we're going to have a quick play with the workbench, and after that we shall be good to look at where we're going to go next. So first of all, we'll look at her current equipment. Now we do have an implant here. It gives us +2 to strength and +1 to fortitude, which is good when we're fighting hand to hand. But there is this insight implant here, which gives us +1 to will saves and +2 to wisdom. A great stat when using force powers, which is going to be our primary attack source. So we're going to change to the insight implant. I thank you very much. Which now puts our wisdom up to 21. Our strength has gone back down to 10, but that's not massively a hindrance to us. Okay. The visor will remain, giving us a +2 to persuade, +1 to charisma. The gloves will remain also. I think the only other thing I'm going to change is the belt. +2 to fortitude saves, or the inertial inhibitor, which gives us a defense bonus of extra +1 and also a +1 to dexterity. So we're going to go for that. So you can have dexterity up to 16, which is jolly good. So that is the upgrades or the change of equipment that we are going to use. The next port of call is actually upgrading our weapons, and for that we need the workbench. So I've had a bit of a play with this, and so far Shalar is only going to be concentrating on creating items for herself. She doesn't want her companions to have better equipment and better items than her. She wants to make sure that she is equipped and she is the powerhouse in the party. So we're going to be concentrating when we get our lightsaber on lightsaber upgrade parts. Melee parts for the moment, because we have a sword and also armor. Now we can only upgrade our robes with certain upgrades. We can't use an overlay on robes, and there's only a select few underlays which we can use. The one underlay which we can use is a strengthening upgrade, but the one which we are most interested in is the bio-restorative, which gives us +2 to regeneration, which is I think is pretty nice. So we're going to upgrade Shalar's robes with this bio-restorative underlay. To get the level 3 we need to be level 15 in treat injury, so we can't do that ourselves. I don't think any of our party members have 15 treat injury either just yet, but we could focus on getting some treat injury up on some of our secondary characters, just for the purposes of being able to create better equipment on the workbench. But for now, bio-restorative Mark 2 definitely is a must. So that is that. That is the only one she can create herself. To create anything else, she's going to have to use our. She's going to have to use the rest of the party, which we can't actually do at the moment whilst we're in the ship. So if we go to workbench again and use it to upgrade items. Have a look here. So we've got our armour, the Grey Jedi robe being used by Shalar herself, and we're going to put on the bio-restorative for extra regeneration. That's lovely. We can't use overlays, so that's done. So a nice set of robes here. Defense bonus, +2 to charisma, some regeneration of force point bonus, and also regeneration of vitality point bonus. Nifty set of robes, if I do say so. Also focusing with Shalar at this moment in time, she has equipped her Vibro sword, And for that, we already have a couple of things already equipped. We have the Zabrak grip. I don't know what's this. This is the basic neutronium edge, which gives 1 plus D3 extra damage to physical, I think. Is that right? We don't have any energy cells. 1 to 3 slashing damage. I think we're gonna go for this moderate Deveronian edge. A slight change here. Extra 1d8 for criticals and plus 2 physical damage. Or constant plus 2 physical damage. Rather than a dice roll. I think that would be more effective. Okay. So that's her sword done as well. I don't think there's anything else that we can use to upgrade her items. So then we'll go on to our other companions. Now the next in line for upgrades is going to be our good friend Atom. He gets next priority. So let's have a look what we can do with him. I mean, test 10% versus Sonic. 10% immunity versus these attacks here. Or plus 1 to reflex and plus 4 to stealth. None of them are really overly marvellous. I think this one is maybe the next best. So 10% versus melee, basically. And we can't use that, that's only for heavy armour, so strength underlay plus 1 to strength. Okay, right, I think that is all of our workbench work completed. So next order of the day is to chat with our companions. Now, before we start doing that, just a quick look at the quest that we have. At the end of the last session, Baudur talked to us about our lightsaber and mentioned that he could perhaps craft us a new one. We have an energy cell, but we still need emitter and lens fixtures. Now we can actually build emitters and lens fixtures on the workbench, but they are actually upgrades and not the base components. So we can't actually construct those and use them. We have to actually find the emitter and lens fixtures. Where those are, I do not have a clue, but no doubt we'll come across them at some point. And this is a main mission, looking for these Jedi Masters on all these different planets. That is what we're going to be doing, I imagine. But we're just going to speak with our companions first of all, get a flavour for what they feel, and then we'll take it from there.
Yes, General?
Right, let's see what we're going to discuss today with Baudur. Yes, I have been wondering this floating orb that follows you everywhere. Where did you pick it up?
That old thing? I built him when I was a kid. Been following me around for years now, despite what I've done to try and chase him off.
Oh, it makes sounds as well.
Hey, just kidding. I'm happy to have you around.
What does it do exactly? Surely it must have a use.
He helps me out with repairs. I outfitted him with a cutting laser and some other tools for delicate modifications. He's also good for singeing the pants of annoying techs. I've been thinking about doing some other work on him, but I barely have time. Too busy fixing up the ship. Something else I can help you with?
Too busy fixing up the ship. Right, well. Shields? Yes. Do you have any shields I could use?
Sorry, General, I'm flat out. I'll see if I can make some more when I get a chance. Something else I can help you with?
Rather disappointing. We know we don't have all the lightsaber parts just yet. Asking him what he's doing.
Just working on the ship. I'm not sure who got her up and running, but I'm amazed she's even space-worthy. Whoever made these repairs doesn't think like most mechanics. But don't worry, I'll get everything in shape.
Good to hear. And finally, I think we'll ask about his opinion about what happened on Telos. Just to get a vibe.
Yes, General? If the Republic would just rein Zerka in, there'd be no problem. But as long as Zerka is allowed to undermine the Ithorians' efforts, Telos will remain dead. I can't take seeing my work being used by those bloodsuckers. But there's nothing I can do about it, so let's talk about something else. Something else I can help you with?
No, thank you. Carry on. Bloodsuckers, eh? Yes, bloodsuckers that don't even pay well. We did a few jobs for Zerka and they offered nothing but paltry amounts of reward. It was really irksome, to say the very least. Okay, so there's nobody in these quarters. That's the exit ramp. Remote floating about, bumping into me. Hyperdrive. The lab station. I haven't actually had a play with the lab station. I had a play with the workbench, but I didn't actually play with this. What can we create? What can we create? We can create med packs. How many do we have? We have 21. Advanced med packs would be nice, but we need treat injury level 10. Cost 40 chemicals each. Advanced med packs would be the primary item to create. All these different, but what's this? Strength D package. +1 to strength and +1 to constitution. Bio-antidote system. Retinal combat implant. Pheromone. I mean, all of these we can probably purchase in the battlefield rather than waste our valuable chemicals. A couple of antidotes would be nice. We only have one. I wonder if it's cheaper to make these if you have somebody that's got a better treat injury. Because I do know that if somebody has a better repair, you can get more components when you break down items, for instance. Does that work when you create them too? Is it cheaper? Battle stimulant. Definitely useful. As well, maybe create a couple of those. So battle stimulants, advanced med packs. Mines I'm not too interested about at all. On grenades I'm not interested in either, to be honest. Although iron grenades would be nice against the droids. But yeah. We can break these items down. Like frag mines. Just break down a whole host of frag mines rather than sell them to give ourselves extra components. I think we'll do it. And then we might create, when we get another treat injury point, start creating some advanced med packs. Level 12 for that as well. Okay. Well, we're on our way to getting ourselves a few extra chemicals there. So looking for our companions here. Ah, Kreia meditating in a nice little tranquil part of the ship. Let's just disturb her, shall we?
Yes. Have you come with questions?
Yes, as much as it pains me to ask you questions, because all I get is long and convoluted answers. But it would be nice to learn more about lightsaber combat. I'm a little bit rusty, to say the least.
That is something we will leave until we possess a lightsaber and a proper sparring partner.
Okay. What other training can you offer then? You seem so knowledgeable about things. You must be able to offer me something.
Very well. What is it that drives you?
Well, first of all, she might be able to assist us with where to procure lightsaber parts. That would be very handy, so informing her that we want to build a lightsaber.
Indeed. A Jedi tool and a Sith weapon. And why do you need such a thing?
Are you being serious? Why? Why? Because I feel naked without it, you silly woman.
Then listen to me. There is much weight, much craving attached to such a tiny thing of light. A lightsaber, any weapon, only achieves worth in how it is wielded, in the effort, in the struggle of one who holds it. Such a weapon does not make a Jedi or a Sith, and at times it makes them much, much less than they are.
Yes, yes. I see. This is why I don't like to ask her questions. She goes off on a rant all the bloody time. I guess, but how do I make one?
The knowledge has already been imparted to you. Upon our journey, the pieces shall fall into place.
God, can't they fall into place now? Fine, whatever. Yes. I want you to teach me more about the Force and how to use it to destroy people. Although the last part she said in her mind, of course.
Very well. What is it that drives you?
I wish to know about the Force forms, yes.
Very well. Of which did you wish instruction?
Focus, yes, I want to focus the Force.
It allows you to recover your strength with the Force more quickly, and it lends strength to your Force powers. It has no other drawbacks. Such a form is a gift, preferred at the Jedi consulars, and effective in combats where you must fight only through the Force.
Ah, the Force forms, I get it now. The little yellow things down here. Ah, right. Ah. Can you teach me? Oh, no, fine.
Ask.
Asking her some other questions then. What's wrong with her eyes? Ah, dear. I think we'll save that question till last in case she gets a bit uppity about it. But, yes. Did you know Atris?
I know her as much as I know any Jedi.
Oh.
If you have other questions, you may ask those, but on Atris, I can provide you no answers that you cannot find on your own.
Influence failure? Oh dear. Being a bit coy, is she?
Ask.
Yes, this has irked me a bit as well. She seems to know so much about the Force and Force powers and everything else, but she has never once stated whether she is a Jedi or a Sith. So we're going to ask it.
Does it matter? Of course it does. Such titles allow you to break the galaxy into light and dark, categorize it. Perhaps I am neither, and I hold both as what they are, pieces of a whole. Know that I am your teacher, and that is enough.
Ah, spitting back at her some of her own wise words here. To ally myself with someone without knowing their allegiance is unwise.
What do you wish to hear? That I once believed in the code of the Jedi? That I felt the call of the Sith? That perhaps once I held the galaxy by its throat? That for every good work that I did, I brought equal harm upon the galaxy? That perhaps what the greatest of the Sith Lords knew of evil they learned from me? What would it matter now?
Oh.
There is only so much comfort in knowing such things, and it is not who I am now.
Okay. But I still wish to hear your story.